Hey guys, Substance here, and today guys we're going to be taking a look at the GTA 5 confirmed guns, melee weapons, projectiles and attachments, and a hell of a lot more within this video. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already. I'll be doing up-to-date videos until the game comes out, and especially when it does come out there'll be a hell of a load of videos up on my channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want to see the latest news on GTA 5. So with that said, make sure to give the video a like rating if you enjoy it guys, and let's get straight into this video. So moving on to the first of 7 categories guys, we have the melee weapons. So first off we have a knife, which is a carbon steel 7-inch blade which is dual edged. So one side will be like a continuous line of different types of spikes, so when you stab it in someone and twirl it about or pull it in and out, it will rip the inside of the person, you know, all the guts and stuff, it will rip them apart. On the other side is just a nice fine edged blade. You also have a hammer, which is normally good for nailing nails into wood, but is also very good for smashing skulls. And you also have a crossbar, which is also normally used for construction projects, but is also very good for beating people to pulps. And you also have a nightstick, which is 24 inches long with a polycarbonated side handle on the nightstick. You also have a baseball bat, which is really good for smashing heads, especially for a piece of wood sports equipment. And you also have a golf club, which can be found at Los Santos Golf Club. Okay, moving on to the pistols now, and the pistol of choice for the first one is just a normal standard pistol. Nothing really special there. It's got a flashlight as an attachment, also a suppressor, and it's also got a black tint, an army tint, and a LSPD tint, which is really interesting. That the black tint is also a default tint, so the other two are unlockable or buyable from probably a gun store or something like that. The next gun is a combat gun. This is more or less the normal pistol, but with a little bit extra damage and more rounds and stuff like that. You get the same attachments, which is the flashlight, the silencer, the black tint, the army tint, and the LSPD tint. And the final gun is a AP pistol, and this is high penetration, and it's got extended rounds of 35 rounds in a magazine, which is pretty good for a pistol. And you get a flashlight attachment, a suppressor, a black tint, an army tint, and a LSPD tint. Now another gun, and I think I'll probably be testing this one out myself, is the stun gun. This is a really good gun because it's basically you can stun anyone. You can just go around just messing about with the public and stun them. It takes 4 seconds to recharge though, which is a little bit meh, but you get the black tint as a standard, and the army tint, and the LSPD tint are free with when you go to a gun shop. And that's about it for the pistols. So moving on to the big type of guns that we know of, and that is the RPG launcher, which is more or less just a normal RPG. There's nothing really upgradable on that, except for a grip and a black tint, a army tint, and a LSPD tint. That is more or less on every type of, you know, upgradable weapon you can have is a tint for black, army, and LSPD. You also have the minigun, which is extremely high rate of fire, which is 2,000 and 60,000 per minute. It has 6 barrels, and it's a gating style rotating barrel system with inside. Each magazine has about 100 rounds inside it, with a black tint accessible to you from a gun store, with an army tint as well, and the LSPD tint once more. And we're now going to move on to the next category, which is the projectiles. And within this category you will have a grenade, which is just a normal bog standard grenade. You have a jerry can, which is more or less just a, you know, a can of gas, which you can actually use to leave a trail of gas behind you, and you can ignite it by shooting it, which is pretty cool. You have a Molotov, which is just a normal Molotov, you know, a rag in a bottle and lit on fire. You have a sticky bomb, which is probably just like a C4, and that's what I think anyway, it's just going to be like a C4. And you also have some tear gas, which is just normally just tear gas in a can, really. That's all it really is. So nothing really big on the projectiles right there, just everything being the same. So let's move on to the SMGs now. I'm going to kick this one off with the micro SMG, which is basically just a standard SMG really. You can get the attachments, which are flashlight, a scope and a suppressor, and the tints you can get is black, army and the PD tint once again. And we're going to go on to the SMG, which once again is more or less just a standard SMG. It looks to be like an MP5K. It's got pretty much the same accuracy as the MP5K anyway, and the attachments for this are the same as the micro SMG, a scope, a flashlight and a suppressor, and the black army and the PD tint as well. Now moving on to the lightweight machine guns, and we're going to move on to the MG, which is really good for taking out large groups of people, and you get basically the same attachments for this, except for the silencer. You only get the flashlight scope attachments for this gun, and you also get the black army and the PD tint with this gun as well. The final gun in this category is the Combat MG, which is 100 rounds by default combat lightweight machine gun. Extremely movable. So you can basically, you've got really good movability with this gun. It's got really good fire rate as well, really high. And the attachments to this are a grip, a scope, and you also get the black, the army, and the PD tint with this gun as well. That's really it for the SMGs, so moving on to the assault rifles now, and the first gun we have is the assault rifle, more or less the AK-47, but just a normal assault rifle really. And then we have got the carbine rifle, which is combining long distance accuracy with high capacity magazines. And this gun is going to be really good for long distance, especially for, you know, when you're in them hilly mountains. And we're going to go on to the advanced rifle right now, which is the most lightweight and compact of all the assault rifles in the game. Please note these guns and melee weapons are only a couple that we've seen from these images. And basically this is the most compact of the all assault rifles within the game, with a compromising accuracy and fire rate. So that is really it for the assault rifles that we have so far. And now we're going to move on to the snipers, which is the final category. So the first sniper is just the sniper rifle, which is a normal bog standard sniper rifle. This is a bolt action with very slow reloading time and also a very low fire rate. That is more or less it for the first one. The very last one is the heavy sniper, which is a 6 heavy damage round with every magazine. So this is probably going to be like a one-hit kill in every single magazine that you put into this gun. It's going to be amazing. You also get a laser scope as a standard scope for the heavy sniper, which is amazing, and no suppressor is an option for this sniper. So if you want to go silent, you're better off just going for the standard sniper rifle. And that is more or less it for the guns, the melee weapons, and everything else I've included in this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then make sure to leave a like rating to show that you have liked the video and you have also enjoyed the information that I give you in the video. If you guys want to stay up to date with more GTA 5 information and see first day release action of GTA 5, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. And that's really it from me, guys, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys.